Why are we here today? To smash the myths. Yes? So when you start the dialogue about why are we here today, because we have only 9% average MLAs in states and 11% MPs. If somebody asked you, why did you go to this Women's Caucus meeting? That's it. This is all you need to remember. There's 9% and there's 11%. And this tells the whole story, right? So, and then when you start the dialogue about why things are this way, you get the usual question. Oh, because women are not interested in politics. And as Srilata said, we have plenty of evidence to show that is not the case. These women are not there for beer and biryani. And then you hear, oh, but they are just dummies and proxy candidates, right? They are just wife off or of whatever, sister off. And I want to know, what about the sons and the son-in-laws and the nephews? Are they not there to further their own family interests? Do you only have wives? But leave that aside. Let's not do negative propaganda. They are not dummies because research after research shows exactly what Srilata said, which is we change the paradigm. It is known that the women panchayat leaders tend to focus, and this was told to me by Beam Raskar, RSCD, which is a collective that works with women's panchayats in Maharashtra, and we have 2 representatives from there. Their research shows that women tend to focus on health, education, and sanitation, and men tend to go for the 2 C's. Cement and construction. Surprise, surprise. The fact is that this is not us. The UN did a study of over 4,000 assembly constituencies in India. There are only a little over 4,000 assembly constituencies. Every assembly constituency has been studied for 10 years, a period of 4 elections. Okay? Every assembly. So this is not a short period. This is not only one part of India. And what they found, okay, I'm missing some slides. What they found is that all of these dark, the black, the dark gray, are all constituencies where women have been MLAs. These constituencies have elected women MLAs, and the other constituencies have never had women MLAs. And if you look at these, you see that those particular constituencies that have had women as MLAs over a 10-year period, okay, not women continuously, but studying over a 10-year period, if they have been women MLAs, the economic growth of those constituencies is 15% more than the constituencies which have only ever had male MLAs. 15% more. And those constituencies have added 1.8% more to India's GDP per year. So to say that women don't know how to foster economic growth is complete. Yeah. As Srilata said, you know, the first thing that comes, but there'll be this famous PM or CM who's quoted. She was corrupt. She was criminal. She did this. She did that. They leave all the other lacks of women and then they will pick 2. Again, let's go back to affidavits that are declared by each candidate over since 1950s in Indian elections. This is ADR data, self-declared affidavits. 2 times the men have criminal charges as women. 2 times. Corruption is 10% points lower than men. Corruption charges. Okay, self-declared. Competence. The reason I mentioned that I never met Srilata before is that it's such a perfect talk to segue into today's. 53+% of women are graduates. You want to talk about competence? Undereducated and setting governance and policy for 70+ years. And you have to remember that there were barely 10% of women educated at independence. And this is the ultimate Brahmastra, right? When all else you prove that women are not corrupt, they're not criminal, they actually deliver on health and education, economic growth is better, everything, then comes the ultimate trump card. They are not winnable. That's why parties don't want to field them. This is the ultimate myths and legends. As Srilata said, we buy into this patriarchal narrative ourselves because we are so blissfully unaware of the data, or we don't challenge the data. I want to present to you mind-blowing data. Just for 2014, okay, 7.8% of the candidates were women, 9.6% of the winners were women. What is the probability? If you were going to gamble, where would you put the money? 92% of the candidates were men, 6% of men win. This means that 92 of every 100 candidates, only 6 men win. But 8 of every 100 candidates, 9% of women win, 9% of 8. So the winnability of women is way higher than that of men, way higher. This is one election. Now, this is from the Election Commission. This is every election. What I've highlighted on the left is male winning percent, right is female winning percent. Pick any row you want. Pick your favorite row. I'm just going to point somewhere. Look at the difference. Look at the difference. Look at any row. Women, when fielded, always win at a way higher percentage than men do. Period. Women are more winnable. Voters want women. I want you to leave with 3 words. Voters want women. The question is, are we willing to give it to them? Why? I just told you. We have more inclusive governance, health, education, sanitation, less criminal, less corrupt. This is data. This is not my claims. This is data from academia, from the UN, from the Election Commission. All of this is just a summary of the data we just saw. So every time there's an election, you know what people say? It doesn't matter who I vote for. Everything is going to be exactly the same. Nothing is going to change around me. It really doesn't matter which party comes to power. You know, it's somewhat true. In Bengaluru, we have had BJP alone governing, Congress alone governing, we've had coalition government, nothing changes. That is also true. But you know why? Because we're looking at the alternative the wrong way. Just like Srilata said, we need to change the narrative. What is the alternative? Why are you looking at a party? Why aren't we looking for women to elect? Because women focus on different things, health and education, sanitation. Women are less corrupt, less criminal, more motivated to do public good. Maybe we are looking at this through the wrong lens. So maybe the only narrative we need is to vote her. But how? This is easier said than done, right? It's very easy. All of us have gotten together as a multi-partisan group, but it's not easy to make that happen. These are the challenges that we will be addressing today. We have some extraordinary panels. I won't call them women panels because when it's a panel full of men, they don't call it men's panels. We have extraordinary women who will be talking to us today, extraordinary panels that will be discussing these myths, discussing the fact that we get divided on purpose through region, through religion, through caste, only when it comes to giving women their due, only when it comes to justice for women. And of course, parties. That's why we are here today. This is our schedule. There's copies of the schedule available in the back. You can take a look at it. We will be having 5 panels, and this is the very set of questions we will address. Why are there so few women MLAs and MPs? How do party structures help or hurt this situation? What about the 1 million plus women in local bodies? We have over 10 lakh women that have graduated from local bodies. 10 lakh plus. Right now there are 10 lakh plus women that have graduated from local bodies. Who's worried about their career path? They've proven they can win. They've proven they can govern. And then what next for them? We'll talk about the women, the very, very, very hot topic of the Women's Reservation Bill. And then the final panel in the day is the way forward. That's what's going to tell us how we are going to make this happen. So a very exciting day ahead of us. And this is not a day where we come and do our selfies and filter copy and then go back and make our Facebook posts, right? This is a day where we take very concrete actions towards 2019 elections. As a platform, we commit as women to doing something tangible. So welcome to Shakti, Political Power to Women. All of us for this one cause. Just a brief about Shakti itself. We are a non-partisan platform. That means we will work with all political parties and we care for all women, any woman who wants to aspire to govern India is an aspiration worth encouraging.